Is it actually possible to buy a brand new car in the United States for under $10,000 in 2026 and get more value than the Suzuki Alto or Renault Kwid? The answer may surprise you. The sub-$10,000 car segment has long disappeared from the US market, pushed out by safety regulations, inflation, and rising technology costs. Yet in 2026, that space is quietly re-emerging. Through ultra-compact designs, simplified trims, and EV incentives, several manufacturers are preparing budget-focused vehicles aimed at first-time buyers, city commuters, and cost-conscious households. These models prioritize efficiency, safety compliance, and low ownership costs rather than luxury. Let's take a closer look at the most realistic 2026 budget cars under $10,000 in the USA and whether they truly outperform global icons like the Alto and Kwid. Budget cars are no longer styled as disposable appliances. Instead, the upcoming 2026 budget models adopt minimalist, aerodynamic design languages focused on efficiency and urban practicality. Starting with the overall design philosophy, these cars emphasize compact footprints, typically under 160 inches in length, with upright stances for visibility and ease of parking. Clean surfaces dominate, reducing manufacturing complexity while improving aerodynamics. At the front fascia, expect slim halogen or entry-level LED headlights paired with closed or partially closed grilles, especially on electric variants. Hood lines are short and steep, maximizing cabin space while keeping pedestrian impact compliant. Bumper designs are intentionally simple, often molded in single-piece plastic to reduce repair costs. Moving to the side profile, steel wheels between 14 and 15 inches are standard, often with optional plastic covers. Body lines are subtle but purposeful, usually a single shoulder crease running from headlight to taillight. Roof lines remain tall rather than sloped, improving rear headroom and cargo usability. Door handles are traditional pull type, avoiding costlier flush designs. At the rear, tall taillights improve visibility and safety. Most models integrate a compact hatch with a wide opening, emphasizing practicality over aesthetics. Spoilers are minimal or absent, while exhaust tips, if present at all, are hidden underneath to reduce visual clutter. Color options are expected to include solid whites, silvers, light blues, and basic reds with limited metallic finishes. Paint quality is thinner than premium vehicles, but engineered for durability rather than gloss depth. Compared to earlier US budget cars like the Nissan Versa or Chevrolet Spark, these 2026 models look simpler but more globally inspired, closer in spirit to the Alto and Kwid, yet adapted for American safety and crash standards. Inside the cabin, expectations must be realistic but not pessimistic. The 2026 budget cars focus on functional simplicity while still meeting modern connectivity demands. Cabin layouts are clean and horizontal, maximizing perceived width. Hard plastics dominate, but textures are improved compared to older economy cars. Seats are typically cloth-trimmed with durable foam designed for long-term wear rather than plush comfort. The dashboard often features a compact digital instrument cluster, usually a 5 to 7-inch display, showing speed, range, fuel economy, and basic driver alerts. Analog gauges may still be present in base trims to reduce costs. Infotainment systems vary by model. Some offer a 7-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as optional equipment, while others rely on smartphone integration docks instead of full displays. Physical buttons remain for climate control, an intentional choice for reliability and cost efficiency. Seating comfort is optimized for city driving. Front seats provide manual adjustment with adequate lumbar shaping, while rear seating is best suited for short to medium trips. Heating and ventilation are typically unavailable, but air conditioning remains standard due to US market expectations. Storage solutions are surprisingly thoughtful. Expect multiple cup holders, door pockets sized for water bottles, and a glove box designed for tablets or small laptops. Cargo space ranges from 12 to 16 cubic feet, expandable via folding rear seats. Advanced technology is limited but purposeful. Standard safety features are expected to include automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, and rear-view cameras, driven by regulatory requirements rather than brand generosity. For passenger comfort, manual climate control systems are standard, paired with basic 4-speaker audio setups. Ambient lighting is generally absent, but interior visibility and ergonomics are prioritized. The result is an interior that doesn't impress, but delivers exactly what budget buyers need without unnecessary complexity. Under the hood or under the floor in EVs, these budget cars focus on efficiency above all else. Gasoline variants typically feature 1.0 to 1.2-liter naturally aspirated 3- or 4-cylinder engines. Output ranges between 70 to 90 horsepower, with torque figures around 75 to 100 pound-feet. These numbers may seem modest, but curb weights under 2,500 pounds keep performance usable. Transmissions include 5-speed manuals or continuously variable transmissions, known as CVTs. Driving modes are limited, though some models offer basic eco settings to optimize fuel consumption. Drivetrains are almost exclusively front-wheel drive, simplifying mechanical complexity. 0 to 60 times fall in the 13 to 15-second range, which is acceptable for urban commuting. Top speeds are electronically limited for efficiency and safety. Fuel efficiency is a highlight. Gas models are expected to deliver 35 to 45 miles per gallon combined, outperforming many older compact cars. Hybrid systems remain unlikely at this price point. Electric variants are where things become interesting. Entry-level EVs, when combined with federal and state incentives, can effectively drop below the $10,000 threshold. These models typically feature 30 to 40 kilowatt-hour batteries, offering 100 to 150 miles of range. Suspension setups are simple: McPherson struts up front and torsion beams at the rear, but tuned for comfort over handling. Steering is light, optimized for city maneuverability. These vehicles are not built for performance driving. They are engineered for low running costs, reliability, and ease of ownership, a philosophy very similar to the Alto and Quid, but adapted to American roads. In the competitive landscape, these 2026 budget cars target a very specific buyer. The ideal customer is a first-time car owner, urban commuter, student, or retiree seeking predictable expenses. Ride-share drivers and delivery fleets are also key audiences. Key competitors include used compact sedans, older hybrids, and entry-level motorcycles. However, unlike used vehicles, these new models offer warranties, modern safety systems, and predictable maintenance. Compared to the Alto and Quid, U.S. budget cars are larger, safer, and more technologically compliant, though also heavier and less fuel efficient. The trade-off is regulatory compliance and higher perceived quality. Pricing is aggressively positioned. Base trims are expected to start around $10,000 to $12,000, but incentives, especially for EVs, can bring effective pricing below $10,000. Trim structures are simple: 1 or 2 configurations, limited customization, and factory-installed options only. This reduces manufacturing costs and dealership complexity. These vehicles are ideal for buyers who value function over image, but still want something new, safe, and dependable. Market reception is expected to be cautious but positive, especially as affordability becomes a primary concern in the U.S. automotive market. Looking at the timeline, most of these models are expected to debut between late 2025 and mid-2026. Reveals are likely at regional auto shows or brand-specific digital events. On-sale dates are anticipated in the second half of 2026, with initial availability focused on urban markets and states offering strong EV incentives. Production locations vary. Gasoline models are often assembled in Mexico or Southeast Asia, while EVs may be sourced from China-based joint ventures or new North American facilities. Availability will be limited at launch. Some states may not receive allocations immediately, and waiting lists are likely for EV variants. Special launch editions are possible, typically offering bundled features at reduced pricing to generate early interest. So, are 2026 budget cars under $10,000 in the USA better than the Alto and Quid? In many ways, yes. They offer higher safety standards, better build quality, and modern compliance. They also deliver predictable ownership costs and warranty coverage, something used cars simply can't match. Their most impressive strengths are fuel efficiency, simplicity, and accessibility. Electric variants add another layer of appeal through incentives and low operating costs. However, compromises remain. Performance is modest, interiors are basic,